Your appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the Senator.
I take it he was agreeable?
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes, most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the ambrosia vaccine, he was so willing it was almost pathetic.
This plague, the rioting is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to contain it.
Why contain it? Let it spill over into the schools and churches. Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
I've reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around, and the underclasses are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
Underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think. Intelligence indicates they're behind the problems in Paris.
A bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world. But the world left them behind long ago. We are the future.
We have other problems.
UNATCO?
Formed by executive order after the terrorist strike on the statue. I have someone in place, though. I'm more concerned about Savage. He's relocated to Vandenberg.
Our biochem corpus is far in advance of theirs, as is our electronic sentience. And their ethical inflexibility has allowed us to make progress in areas they refuse to consider.
The augmentation project?
Among other things, but I must admit that I have been somewhat disappointed in the performance of the primary unit.
The secondary unit should be online soon. It's currently undergoing preparation and will be operational within 6 months. My people will continue to report on its progress. If necessary, the primary will be terminated.
We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon there will be order again. To age. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon that city will be a reality, and we will be crowned its kings. Not better than kings. Gods.
Heads up, JC. Your brother Paul is on his way to meet you at the dock. The NSF is raiding the island and shots have been fired. I repeat, find Paul. I will monitor your situation from...
Welcome aboard, Agent.
Paul, I thought you were in Hong Kong. Welcome to the Coalition, JC. I might have thought you were using your code name. Think I'd miss my brother's first day? Didn't think you'd have a choice. What's going on? The NSF. They hit one of our shipments. A few of them got away, but we trapped the rest in the statue. What are we waiting for? Looks like a textbook assault. The NSF took one of our agents hostage. The bots are holding the perimeter, but my orders are to hold back and send you in alone. I think someone high up wants to see how you handle the situation. All I've got with me is a pistol and an electric prod. I don't mind a test, but UNATCO better issue some hardware. Remember that we're police. Stick with the prod. It'll stun your opponents or knock them unconscious. A non-lethal takedown is always the most silent way to eliminate resistance. Just in case, though, Manderley wants you to pick an additional weapon. A sniper rifle, a GEP gun, or a mini crossbow. The crossbow. Sometimes you've got to make a silent takedown. Good thinking. With these tranquilizer darts, you'll have another non-lethal way to take down an enemy in addition to the prod. I get the idea. What's the first move? I'm going to give you a map of the island. If you can get to the North Dock, a UNATCO informant will give you a key to the statue doors. He responds to the code phrase, iron and copper. You could avoid a lot of fighting, though, if you found a back way to the statue. I'll see how it looks on shore. Your primary objective is the makeshift command center the terrorists have installed at the top of the statue. But don't forget about Agent Harriman. We think he's being held on the ground floor. What are my orders when I reach the command center? Interrogate the leader. We don't yet know why the terrorists would risk an open assault. You just gonna stay here? There's been some activity at sea. I'm going to watch the coast. Why'd they bring you back? I don't know what they have planned. I messed up an assassination attempt on one of the triad leaders in Hong Kong. UNATCO pulled you out? It's a long story. You better head to the statue.
NSF everywhere, JC. Your orders are to shoot on sight. A UNATCO informant on the North Dock can get you inside the statue. Look for a bum. Identify yourself with the phrase, iron and copper. If you want to make a covert approach, remember the Academy stealth course. Stay out of their field of view, walk slowly to stay quiet, and crouch behind cover. If you have to get your hands dirty, remember that a headshot is a lethal takedown.
Freight base is under lockdown till the danger's gone, Agent Denton.
Right. How you guys holding up?
UNATCO command made us pull back. I guess for Gunther's sake. What's the deal? We're ready to go in.
We're taking a minimum force approach. We're cops, after all.
Ask me. I think we should frag them all. You trespass on UNATCO property, you get pumped full of lead.
When due process fails us, we really do live in a world of terror.
Thought you nanowogs were supposed to be badass killing machines. Guess I was wrong.
Guess so.
Some advice. You get out there, you're gonna have to tangle with some real sons of bitches. Best thing is to pick them off from 50 or 100 paces with a scope. I scored an extra one from a couple of thugs we dropped down by the dock. You can have it for 700 credits. I also picked up some 10mm ammo and some crossbow darts. Say 200 for one and 60 for the other.
Shouldn't you turn that stuff over to the quartermaster?
Sure, I will. As long as Command has the rest of us on parade drill, someone might as well put this hardware to use.
Here's 60 for the tranquilizer darts.
So much for that minimum force approach.
Welcome aboard, Agent. Everything was clear an hour ago.
Better have the right equipment.
I'll check.
Better have the right
I'll check.
Huh?
Be careful. The NSF has set up patchwork security systems here. The NSF put a commercial-grade security bot in this area. You can either avoid its patrol route, or, if you're feeling lucky, try and take it out with the EMP grenades or explosives. I wouldn't recommend taking it on with small arms.
Credits says I get it.
It all happened an hour ago. The barge docked and the NSF moved right on in, offloading the cargo into speedboats. Our undercover man, Harley Philbin, should be somewhere out on the docks now.
Yeah, that didn't work out quite as well as I'd accept. Oh well.
That's him. He's a cop.
Well, that didn't work quite as it was supposed to, but at least we saved the grenade in the long run.
About time you showed up.
Iron and copper. The statue is copper on an iron frame, right?
Password's enough, pal. Don't think you know something about the lady I don't. My dad did tours out here.
I heard that you can get me inside.
Depends. You get your man out, take back the statue, whatever. But I know the commander and I don't want to see him get hurt. Here's a picture so you don't make a mistake.
You can trust me.
I'll take your word. Here's the key to the front entrance. Commander's not much of a soldier. He'll surrender as soon as he sees you. I need him alive because he's my main contact at the NSF. If he's dead, I don't have much of a business.
Thanks. You with Philbin?
I get a cut for bringing him over.
Tell me what you know about the NSF operation.
I'm not that high level. The more elite troops, They're the ones that took over the ship and unloaded it into speedboats. I think we're supposed to be a diversion.
A ship?
That's all I know. The commander gave me a 10mm clip, a box of 30-06 ammo, and some crossbow darts and said keep your head down. Like I'm gonna take on UNATCO troops. Want 'em? You can have the clip for 175, the 30-06 for 300, and the darts for 50. But if I was you, I'd avoid a head-on attack altogether and not even use the key filter.
So why the hell does everyone want to sell me things in this game?
Less security that way.
No, thank. How do you know so much about the commander?
He's my main contact in the NSF. I need him alive and out on bail.
UNATCO will probably keep him in custody.
At least he has a chance if he's alive. I warned him, you know. I said right to his face, don't take weapons into the lady. That makes you as bad as UNATCO.
Don't forget, it was the NSF that C4'd the statue in the first place. UNATCO's here to put the pieces back together.
Ask me, I think the government did it. They want people to think the NSF are terrorists. I better get paid good for this.
So, we now also have an option to try and get the stuff that's down there, but usually the way you want to do it is have a gap gun and try and shoot a rocket there, so that you don't waste your lockpicks. But since I didn't take one, I'm going to try something else. And hopefully it will work. There we go. And I'm going to save as well, because there's a slight chance that when I try to explode that, the blast will make these guys permanently hostile, and that counts against me. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, we're good. And that's also a really nice chunk of skill points for later on. So there you have it. forgot about this guy. That was weird.
This power box must have been damaged in the raid. Don't cross through the arcs. I'm also picking up an EMP field here. If you're not careful, it'll suck away your bioelectrical energy.
There we go. The physics in this game. Try and remember. I think it's safe to come all the way here and then just wait it out until that dude goes back in. Yeah, there we go. Oh shit. Yeah, I totally didn't notice that. So I guess we're taking the stealth approach after all. Oof. That was bad. So this is what you get for being this sloppy. I am now out of stunt prod rounds, so the next bit is going to be a pain to do. So I'm going to save just in case, because grenades are a bit weird.
I got this one. That's him. He's a cop.
There we go. Wait, what? So the thing with the turrets in this game is, unless a camera spots you first, they won't fire, so can just knock out the cameras. Those are harmless, mostly. The real issue is that dude, and yep, there we go, that one as well. No idea how to deal with this right now, actually, because I'm slowly running out of ammunition. Think I can just about take that guy out and hope that he doesn't make it to the alarm, which he didn't, which is great. Now I also need to knock that guy out in a way that won't trigger the alarm. But I think that I can just skip him for now. Possibly.
I think Gunther is being held behind this laser-triggered alarm. If you don't want to set off the alarm, you can either hack the control panel in the doorway or find a way around. My blueprint of the statue shows a few air shafts.
See, the thing is, I don't think that I can shoot him with the tranquilizer darts and not have him trigger the alarm, because yeah, the distance isn't great enough for me to do that, so I'm thinking that for now I might just skip this guy. It's gonna make things a pain later on, but we can work around him.
security setup is strictly amateur stuff. Keep an eye out for ways to bypass it. These old pre-millennial buildings are riddled with ventilation shafts and maintenance tunnels.
So we have no key for this one, so there we go. Now I'm not sure if it was one guard or two guards. So I'm just going to assume there's only one.
I got this one.
Oh, yeah.
I think he took off.
Quiet. I think we got cops.
Take him out.
So it was two after all. No worries though.
Gunther's in that room, one of our top agents.
I saw somebody. Maybe just a homeless guy. I got this one.
Yeah, have fun with that one.
Big guy. He can't hide for long. I think we're safe.
Are you fainting anytime soon? Yes? No? Maybe? Fuck it. There we go. And that takes care of everyone on the first floor, which means I can now come in and do this. And loot the shit out of everything and turn everything off. No, it wasn't this one. Oh well. There we go.
Glad you're not hurt, Agent.
Command should not have left us to be surrounded.
Risk is part of the job. I think you lucked out this time.
Agent Navarra and I were ready to go in, but for no reason they said pull back. I do not retreat. Please give me a weapon and move out of the way.
As you wish.
That will be adequate.
And this just gave us a nice chunk of hello. A nice chunk of skill points, so I think we now have enough to where we are. No, not yet. But one of the things you definitely want to do in this game is raise your computer skill, because of the sheer amount of security systems you'll be facing, and it's not always as easy to bypass them like that. There we go. $23,023 4558. And that's how you get people's money, apparently. But it's okay. The thing is that you want to avoid hacking terminals and stuff if you can get the password, because they have a really nasty tendency to just lock up after you've hacked them, so you can't use them again later on.
Did they find the shipment?
Yeah, I saw somebody.
Take him
found
out.
us.
I was stupid. Didn't I knock these guys out earlier on? I'm pretty sure I did.
Did they find the shipment?
Yeah, we got the whole supply. You can see the ship's lights crossing the bay.
Guess y'all were right. So why are we pulling out?
Mike's on the horn. Jojo wants a lead on the distribution network.
Hell, we don't have enough men to protect what we've got.
That's what Jojo wants.
I wonder, how does a guy with a tattooed forehead get to be an NSF colonel? Pardon me, but back in Alabama, we wouldn't let a man who wears earrings plan a military operation.
I'd watch what I say about Jojo. He's got a temper.
He's a punk and he's gonna get us all killed.
The NSF is strong because it represents everyone's interests.
Yeah.
They found us. Fascists.
Gunther has re-established contact. He says you helped him escape. Good work. Some news, JC. The NSF targeted a shipment of the plague vaccine Ambrosia. We can't locate it. See if the leader will surrender when you reach the command post. We'd like to interrogate him.
Let's get out of here. I'm standing my ground.
Easy. We want you to take this one alive and conscious. Find out what you can about the shipment, then turn him over to one of the troopers.
Don't shoot. I surrender.
So you think you know better than FEMA what to do with this month's Ambrosia shipment?
You're too late. It's on its way back to the people, and you can't do a damn thing about it.
Tell me about the shipment, and I'll order the troops to pick you up as a prisoner instead of a corpse.
Ask away. We already won this round.
Where are you taking it?
We're just giving ordinary people the same chance to survive as the bureaucrats in Washington.
You'll have to unload in New York because the choppers would spot you at sea.
I think the government made the plague on purpose to get rid of the population growth.
Just answer the question.
Don't believe me? It's all in the numbers. For 100 years, there's been a conspiracy of plutocrats against ordinary people.
You have a single fact to back that up?
Number one, in 1945, corporations paid 50% of federal taxes. Now they pay about 5%. Number two, in 1900, 90% of Americans were self-employed. Now it's about 2%.
So?
It's called consolidation. Strengthen governments and corporations, weaken individuals. With taxes, this can be done imperceptibly over time.
I guarantee you that the interrogation staff at UNATCO will not be as forbearing as I am.
Yeah, the secret police. You're just bullies for a completely illegitimate government in Washington.
We will locate that shipment one way or another.
The entire executive branch is handpicked. 19 of the last 23 U.S. presidents have been members of the Trilateral Commission. The Trilateral Commission is financed by the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. Don't tell me.
That's a think tank. Anyone can become a member.
But not everyone does. That's why they call it the secret government. You can't fight ideas with bullets.
There we go.
The chief finally let us loose. We were right behind you and cut through them like a hot knife through butter.
You don't say. So, fun thing, once you talk to that commander, anyone that you didn't kill or incapacitate in the level automatically dies. So it should now be safe to move around in this map, at least.
They sent us in to pick up the pieces.
Not that it matters much. To be honest, the less people you kill in this level, the better the... I don't know, you might call it the dialogue in the UNATCO headquarters is going to be like. But it
Don't
also
worry
gives
about the
me
bodies.
the
We'll handle it.
chance to get over here and pick a couple items that I left behind. Mainly because I didn't want to bother with the groups of enemies. There was one there, and I think there's another one here where there were 3 enemies. There we go. And now it's back to UNATCO to get debriefed, to get some upgrades done and maybe heal ourselves and steal stuff from people's offices.
Someone should have put a slug in the commander's head.
We've got the island secured. How did things look in the statue? The leader surrendered. So they were after Ambrosia. A month's supply for the East Coast. We think they've taken it back to the city. I didn't know UNATCO handled the Ambrosia distribution. Manderley will brief us shortly. UNATCO makes sure the limited supply of vaccine gets to government agencies and key industries. It's good to finally see some action. Just keep a level head. You're doing well so far. Now get inside. I'll meet you in Manderley's office, level 2. Get inside. I'll meet you in Manderley's office.
Way to go, sir. I thought Gunther was a goner.
Check in with Manderley on level 2.
Come on in. The retinal scanner can read blood vessel patterns right through your sunglasses.
Remember that Mr. Manderley wants to see you. Level 2. His secretary, Janice Reed, has your login and password. You found your office. Did Janice give you your login? I guess not. Let's see. JCD, password, Bionic Man.
And normally from these emails you learn that you can upgrade your augmentations and
Your
stuff.
partner for the next assignment, Anna Navarra, is in the adjoining break room to the east.
Not yet.
Maybe you should introduce yourself.
Good work out there, Mr. Denton. Mr. Manderley said you handled yourself nicely. Welcome to UNATCO HQ. Our little family keeps getting bigger.
Is Mr. Manderley available?
Yes, go right in. By the way, your computer account is ready. Log in JCD, password Bionic Man.
Alex already told me. Thanks.
He's waiting, JC. What's the idea, JC?
Reporting for duty, sir.
The man himself. Splendid. Do you accept my apologies about the situation topside?
A refreshing change from the academy, sir.
Don't despise training, my boy. Even you would be worthless without the shaping touch of drills and studies.
So the NSF took a shipment of the Ambrosia vaccine? Give me a chopper and a pilot and I'll handle it.
I'm sure you could. Yes, indeed. But we're having your brother head up the recovery team. You'll work with Agent Ana Navarra. Why don't we meet when you've seen Jaime for a medical checkup and received your equipment from Sam Carter? You'll be briefed at that time.
Yes, sir.
The Med Center and Armory are on level 3.
There we go. And... nope.
Are you sure you pressed the right button?
I do not make mistakes of that kind.
Your hand might have slipped.
No, I wanted orange. It gave me lemon lime.
The machine would not make a mistake.
It's the maintenance man. He knows I like orange.
So you think the staff has some kind of plot?
Yes, they do that on purpose.
My new partner, J.C. Denton. Don't tell me you're going to wear those sunglasses during a night operation.
My vision is augmented.
At least it is a way that we know when it's not Paul.
Forgive my interruption. I just wanted to say that I look forward to working with you, Agent Navarra. Could you tell me how to find Jaime's office?
I do not expect you to perform as well as Agent Herman, but the mission will require us to do more than frighten the NSF with our baggy coats that make us look bigger than we really are.
I am prepared to perform my duties.
He will not be the equivalent of his brother. I have seen that he knows the procedure of a good offensive.
Let us hope you are right.
I won't let you down, Agent.
I am not going to hold your hand.
Forget how Agent Navarra is not friendly. She has every life to give for her partner.
There we go.
Get your checkup on level 3, and let's get going.
There's also a fun thing you can do in UNATCO headquarters. If you go into the ladies' room, during the debriefing with Manderley, he will mention that he would much appreciate if you stop going there. And let's see. We need the key for the closet here. Just another med kit in it. Awesome.
Hey, JC.
You look like the real thing. They actually let you operate on people?
Just fixed Gunther's knee, in fact. A sticky actuator. So far, I feel more like a mechanic than a doctor.
I'm impressed.
They actually let you point a gun at people.
We'll have to catch up later. I've got to leave for New York right away. Could you send Manderley whatever it is he wants?
No problem. Listen, JC. About your augmentations. You know they're preparing to roll out the technology worldwide, right?
As long as I don't turn green and grow a pair of antennas, as I understand it.
Yeah, well, the design's pretty modular, which means you'll soon have access to upgrades from standard augmentation canisters.
I think I picked one of those up at the top of the statue.
Maybe you did. My order from Versalite was on the ship the NSF captured. You'll need to take it to one of the medbas for installation.
I'll do that.
The canisters contain a colloid of ROM modules. Some are generic upgrades, others require you to make permanent choices about how to configure one of your
One more thing before I go, since you've been briefed on my augmentations. What can you tell me about the info link?
Let's see. Micro-receiver exostructure in the sulci, mechanocarbon threads on the axons. For queuing, you know, packet routing. Anything particularly interest you?
Is there a way to turn it off?
The info link?
Yeah, or is someone at UNATCO tuned in 24 hours?
These might sound a little funny, JC, but I'm not permitted to answer that question.
Your clearance is higher than mine?
Regarding your systems, I am your physician.
No big deal. I was just curious.
Carter's out the door and around the corner. He's got your stealth pistol.
So the first one we get, the first augmentation is for the hand slot, so sorry, the arm slot. So let's see, which one do we want? I think this one, yeah, I usually pick this one anyway because it's much easier to just you know, move things around and get access to more stuff.
You're red hot. Looks like you found me.
You feel okay, JC? You're acting strange. Like leading a mouse to cheese.
This thing is starting to give me a headache.
Don't worry, we shut it down when you go off duty.
I guess I'll get used to it.
I'm Alex Jacobson, communications engineer.
I suppose you already know who I am.
Getting there. You're certainly quicker on the uptake than your brother Paul ever was.
Thanks.
Don't worry, I'll be watching your back.
Yeah, that sounds like something you should be worried about. It's not this one then.
I have to prepare for the mission.
Way to go, sir. Gunther should have followed orders. I can't wait to get to New York and finish the job.
I am not going to hold your hand. You have your orders.
At ease, Agent Denton.
General Carter, I read about the Merced operation in school. This is a great honor.
I'm not a general anymore. Just call me Carter.
I can't believe what the NSF did to your family.
Enough of that, soldier. We each have our troubles. I lost my children, but you've had to grow up without your parents, which requires more courage. I don't think it matters.
My parents died in a car accident. That's different.
I said that's enough. You have your own hop and time is short. How about I issue you a stealth pistol?
That sounds fine. Thank you, sir.
What else do you think you'll need?
Can you spare a nav tech tool?
Man who uses his head. I like that. Now move out. Manderley's waiting.
Hey, what about that guy out front selling munitions? Is that allowed?
Oh, Captain, right. We've got some screwballs around here, but he's not the problem. It's whoever's been breaking into the armory.
Someone at UNATCO's a thief?
Yes, sir. And a damn good one.
So, if you didn't figure it out by now, that was us he was referring to. Because we did kind of break into the armory outside.
That was a close one up there.
That will be JC's job.
What's that? Power station. The NSF have Ambrosia in a warehouse protected by cameras and booby traps. We want to power down the whole system.
We're taking one illicit generating plant, protected by weak groups of NSF. Knock out that plant, and Paul's team can walk right into the warehouse.
Just tell me where it is. The NSF are openly resisting our deployed forces, gradually falling back. You'll have to deal with them first.
And you be ready, Paul. When the power drops, go in and go in hard.
I'll use my discretion.
Go in like the U.S. Marshals. We lose the vaccine, I'm sending your butt to the mayor to explain why he and his 3 daughters won't get their pills this month.
Yes, sir. Let's not waste any time, JC. Get down to the dock. A boat is waiting to take you and your partner, Anna Navarro, to shore.
Yes, get moving. Here's your op bonus for the great job you did in the statue, plus 250 for rescuing Agent Herman. That's 1,250. We take care of our people around here.
Thank you, sir. We'll meet up in the city.
You'll come to admire your partner. She's one of our best.
Good luck.
And I think I have... Oh yeah, I got here.
Hell, we finally got to cap some rebels, eh, Denton? Didn't know the NSF had so many people.
There we go. So we won't be needing these. And probably not these either. Clip size, drop this one. I'm just keeping the throwing knives, even though I'm going for a non-lethal playthrough, because they are very, very, very useful at distracting enemies and sometimes triggering mines that you can't reach directly, or don't want to for one reason or another.
Good luck out there. Man, 2 dead.
Way to go, sir.
There we go. Something that's easy to miss, but usually when you come back to the shed after finishing the mission,
Gunther should have followed orders.
There'll be a couple more supplies you can get. In this case, I got some more tranquilizer darts, which are always helpful, even though they're not as stealthy as one would wish.
let's head out.
There we go. And that is it for the very first level of the original Deus Ex. I think I'm going to stop for now.
Alright, let's go. The terrorists are in a fighting retreat. A few have barricaded themselves inside Castle Clinton.
Lead the way.
Our orders are to locate a barrel of ambrosia they are hiding inside. I will give you a schematic of the barrel, but first we will exterminate the NSF terrorists.
Exterminate?
A precious opportunity we cannot neglect.
What about the rest of the shipment?
That is your brother's assignment. You will take the subway to meet him in Hill's kitchen. But first, we should deal with Castle Clinton.
Are we going in the front, or is there another way?
A secondary entrance would be useful, but I am aware of no such thing.
So yeah, we'll stop for now. Thanks for watching and have a nice one.